Good evening, everybody. Let's talk about stories. The stories that we tell ourselves, the stories that we've lived through, the stories of our experiences, the stories of our lives, the stories that we define ourselves as. A lot of those stories change all the time, right? Where we fall in love, we experience the love, we leave the relationships that created that love, right? We grow, we learn, we understand what we're meant to understand about ourselves, and we understand that it does not serve us any longer. And so we move outside of those relationships that we're in. We start a job, we lose a job, we leave a job, right? We grow up in families with our siblings, with our parents there, with our parents not there, with what we need, and sometimes what we lacking what we need, right? And sometimes we don't have what we need emotionally, physically, and spiritually, right? These are stories that we create within ourselves and that help us to mold into the badasses that we are as beings. But it's time that we recognize that there's aspects of the stories that are keeping us, what I call, tethered to our past. Sometimes when we hold on too long to a story, what ends up happening is it stagnates us and we become stuck and we can't understand, like, why can't I move? Why am I not moving? Why am I not expanding? Why am I not growing? And a lot of times it's because we're all holding on to old stories about ourselves that just aren't true any longer. They may have been our truth a year ago. They may have been our truth when we were growing up within our family dynamics. But there's some truths that we need to release and let go of so that we can further expand into our being, our right now being. So I'm inviting you tonight to think about something that no longer serves you today. Think about your life story. Think about beliefs that you've held about who you are, about your potential, about things that you feel like you couldn't do in the past, about things people told you about yourself, whether positive or negative, about paths that you've chosen, relationships, marriages, friendships, that for that aspect of your time of existence was perfect, but now no longer is. This is not about forcing you into a space that you're not ready to exist in. Tonight's meditation is about positioning you in a space that you're ready to move into and allowing things that we've taken on as part of this journey to simply be what they've been and releasing them in love and in compassion so that we can allow space for the newness of our beings, so that we're no longer clogging the energy that we're meant to allow to let flow into our right now existence. so that we can create flow and beauty. Life is difficult enough. What we want to aspire to do, or better yet, what I aspire to do, is to allow the flow of life to be like a river of running water. I have no desire any longer to place things in the way of that running water and that running river. I desire for the flow to just be. And what I recognize as part of that process is letting go of things that don't feel right, things that don't serve, things that don't fit. And not overthinking or over processing the why of it, but allowing the release so that within that release, the flow will bring the understanding. So, with that, tonight, we are going to have a meditation to release and allow newness. So, with that, as we do, go ahead, close your eyes, silence any distractions, and get into a position of relaxation, whether you're lying down, whether you're sitting up and your feet are planted on the ground. But allow this present moment to be a moment of magic for all of us. Allow this moment, this space and time, for this short span of time this evening, to be a time where we call in that which we need to move forward on our journey, whether it be just for tomorrow, for the next 6 months, or for the next several years. Allow our higher powers and our higher energies to come and visit us tonight and supply what we need for our right now in this space and time. So once you're in a space of relaxation, I want you to begin taking slow and deep breaths in and out. Inhaling positivity and exhaling any tensions that may be in your body right now. Inhaling, allowing the air to go down your chest and into your belly. Exhaling any anxieties, any frustrations, and any doubt that may be settled anywhere within and around your being right now. Breathing in relaxation, peace, and calm into this very moment. Releasing any thoughts of anxiety and tensions that this day may have brought to you. Not focusing on what went on before we were in this time together, nor focusing on what has to happen once we're completed this time together, but fully being present right here and right now. As we're breathing in, I am calling in all of our guardians, our protectors, our ancestors who are 100% in support of our beings, our purpose, and our lives this lifetime. Calling in presence into this right now. And that each of us, whether we're here right now or hearing this at a later time, that we receive exactly what we need for our journey in the right now and moving forward. And as we continue to breathe in, I want you to think about any stories that you may have been carrying with you this lifetime. They could be stories that you've been carrying since childhood, but they never sat right with you. Or stories that you carried within your childhood that at that time sat right with you, but they no longer do. And there's something about them that just doesn't feel right for your personal journey. They could be things that our parents shared with us that were their personal truths, and they therefore handed them over to you as your truth. And at the time, you might not have even thought about whether or not it was something that resonated with you or felt right for you, but because it was the truth of your parent, you took it on. But there's something about that that feels unsettling for you. I want you to bring all of those thoughts and all of those emotions to your right now presence, because those are the feelings, the emotions, and beliefs that are ready to be let go of so that you can harness your personal truth more fully and more completely. These stories that were told to you as a child, these narratives that were given to you as a child, they may have shaped your perception of who you are, but they never felt like your personal truth. Without overthinking, without over processing, allow whatever does not fit your personal narrative to come up energetically like a cloud right now. Allow that cloud to hover from outside of your body and over in a space that you can actually see it. Feel the emotions that leave you as this cloud has left your body. Without over processing and without any judgment, observe now how you feel as you allow that cloud of belief that just did not ever fit right with you, and you never really understood why. Some areas you may have understood, but those areas that you just did not understand why. But now they're outside of you, hovering in a cloud. How do you feel allowing that energy to exist outside of your being? Go ahead and breathe into those emotions because they were there for a reason. There is something that was meant to be learned within you for any of this to be present. Allow your higher self to reveal to you, and just in this very moment, what that meaning is. Allow the clarity to flow through your body, whether it be in emotions, whether it be in a feeling, whether it be in simple verbal understanding. Allow that understanding to penetrate your being right now. Now, imagine a gentle breeze simply sweeping through, gradually dispersing those clouds of old stories and memories that have held you in a space of old being to simply wash away now. Visualize them simply dissipating. That dissipation leaves behind a clear and open space for newness now. Imagine in your mind's eye this gentle breeze simply wisping away old beliefs, old understandings, old states of being that no longer serve your right now. intention of this very process is releasing the old to allow space for the new, for your right now. Everything that we do, everything that we experience in this realm is meant to help us to not only remember who we are, but also expand into the newness of our being. This space and time where we are right now is allowing us to release those things, those memories, those lessons, those experiences that no longer serve purpose for the next of our being. Now bring your awareness to the present moment. Feel the space beneath you, whether it be a chair, the ground, or your bed. Allow the sensation beneath you to fully be present. Within this stillness, within this space, recognize that this is where your true self resides. In this very right now moment. Breathe it in. Allow it to be so now. Breathe in your right now power, your right now knowing, your right now understanding of self. As you're reclaiming your power and your understanding, say to yourself, I release old stories and embrace the truth of who I am in this very moment. Let this affirmation be your right now truth. Let it resonate to the very core of your being. I release old stories, any stories that have been told to me that no longer serve me, that are not a part of my journey. And I embrace the truth of who I am in this very moment. Let these words permeate. As we were breathing in the beginning of this meditation, allow these words to go down your chest, into your belly, into the core of your being and settle there and be there. Let them empower you as you walk within your journey, moving forward. Simply releasing all of the old narratives. And if any old narratives were to come back up in the future, replace them with your new I am knowing. I release old stories and I embrace the truth of who I am in this very moment. Inhaling that truth to the very core of your being right now. Feeling how more alive your energetic self feels just with that declaration. And when you exhale, releasing anything that doesn't serve you any longer, any thoughts that come up that just aren't aligned with the truth that you are claiming right now, just let it go. And allow each breath in to anchor you further and further into this new truth of your being. The old no longer holds power over you. You are proclaiming your right now. Now in gratitude for having this time to release any and all old stories that no longer serve your journey. Breathe in and embrace the freedom that is your right now, that comes with letting go. And at the same time, breathe in the embracing of your new journey now, your newfound self-discovery. Taking one last breath in gratitude for this seamless release of old paradigms. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes, carrying this sense of liberation and freedom within your very soul. Remembering that you have the power to rewrite your story in any moment that you determine that something that you are participating in, something that you have illuminated within your story no longer serves you. You have the power at any time to remove it. Embrace the truth of who you are right now. And in that very time, and in this very moment, unburden yourself with any weight of old narratives, It is finished now. It is done. And so it is. And so it is.